man, if they're not pitching, Josh Hader, wow. Awful. They had a 2-1 deficit in the ninth inning and bring in Josh Hader, and boy, is he awful right now. I mean, it wasn't like, well, they got a dink hit there.
No.
They were cracking it right back up the middle, right at him.
They were just playing him up the middle the whole time.
And
three hits up the middle.
And his ball is high and just it's just a meatball right now.
Yeah, it's, Mike Stanton had some good comments after, basically he said, look, his stuff is not bad. He said, this is a thing where if you miss your spots and you keep missing your spots, major league hitters, they're going to hit you. He said, he'll be fine. There's nothing to panic about. But he said, right now he's not hitting his spots. I mean, he is right about that. He's not hitting his spots. I mean, he's there. Some of them, when he does hit a spot, they're still hitting them hard, but they are right back up on the middle of it. I mean, the Braves were just playing them just perfectly. And then, but then you had people pulling them hard. They were hitting the ball hard.
Yeah.
Josh Hader got hit hard. So another bad performance by Josh Hader. This makes it's at least 3, maybe 4 this year.
His ERA is over 9.
Yeah. I think it's 4 bad performances.
Yeah. Just lit
half
up.
of the time, half of the games he's been in have been bad for him. And it's clearly that's not acceptable. And that should come down, but at what rate? Like when does that start to happen? Because Abreu has been unusually inconsistent. You have Josh Hader has been bad to this point. Ryan Presley's been bad. So I mean that doesn't help when your top 3 guys are not performing to the Lidge, Dotel, Wagner model.
I don't know. Brian Abreu came in. First of all, he came in a situation. Montero got 2 guys on, and he got him out of the jam. But it was a rocket at Altuve.
Yeah.
Holy crap! He hit
hard too. Yeah.
Hit that hard, and then he got into a little bit. He doesn't seem like the same Brian Abreu.
Doesn't seem like the same Presley.
Nope.
Doesn't seem like the same.
Well, Josh Hader. I've got my buddy in Green Bay said. He watched him in Milwaukee. He's like, you ain't gonna like this. I'm just telling you ain't gonna like this.
What's
Josh
that supposed
Hader.
to mean?
Well, Josh Hader wasn't all that great in Milwaukee. That's and
That's not what
San Diego. Did you see what Joe Musgrove
said? That's not what the money says.
Well, no, but did you see what Joe? No, the money does not say that.
The money doesn't say.
The money says $95 million over 5 years of this. We've got 5 years.
Well, not of this. Hopefully, God forbid.
No. You're right. Hopefully, it's not of this, but. Yeah, and Joe Musgrove was like, well, it's nice to have a closer now that you can just get, you can feel comfortable about. He had some snide comments about Josh Hader, and it was a backhanded, and it wasn't directly aimed at Hader, but it was kind of directly aimed at Hader.
It was along the lines of it's nice to have a closer that you can go to for an extra out here or there. It doesn't just have to be the 9th inning.
Oh yeah,
comes
right,
in. Yeah,
right, and well. It'd be nice if you get 3 outs out of Josh Hader right now. That'd be sweet.
Getting pulled in the top of the 9th, and when we just want you to hold it down, so maybe we give our guys another chance. Woof.
I don't know. There's something about this new role for Presley. Anytime there was a 3-run lead last year or the year before, it was sure that at least 2 runs were going to come in. If it's a 1-run game, Presley was coming in and he was going to probably do his job. It might not have been clean, but he was going to do his job. Man, there was a time when what did he have? 21 straight saves before he came in the studio with us here, and then all of a sudden he just blew up.
And then we ruined it.
Yeah, we ruined it somehow, some way. But it just seemed like it just was never clean when there were. And now, you bring him in the 5th inning and he can't pitch, or the 7th inning or whatever. That focus, that same focus of a 1-run 9th inning game just doesn't seem to be there. It doesn't seem to be there for Brian Abreu, whatever is going on with him, and it's certainly not there with Josh Hader with his ERA now over 9. That was supposed to be the real strength of this team. Man, it's awful. It's bad. It's not just not a strength. It's bad. Not Jose Abreu bad, but bad.
Last 2 free agents are Abreu and Hader.
Abreu and Hader, and Montero was a free agent.
No, same team.
Yeah, but he was a free agent.
Well, I'm talking about free agents you signed from other teams that you gave money to.
Did they bring anybody? No, they signed other relievers this year. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the targeted relievers, not the targeted players.
Oh.
I'm not talking about slappies.
Well,
here's Justin Mistelmasmers. Here's Frank Frisselfram.
Frank
Here's
Frischel.
cabbage. Here's potatoes. Here's celery.
No. You insulted him a little bit. You got a little out of order yourself.
Players?
The last 2 free agents over $10 million a year who are from other teams. It's Abreu who's hitting 100. He's up to 100, though, and Hader.
Who's got a 9.
Bagwell Lytics.
That's not Bagwell Lytics. Do you know what? Dana Brown doesn't catch us for this?
5-year contracts are Bagwell Lytics.
No. Are you sure that Jeff Bagwell doesn't catch this? I mean, Dana Brown doesn't catch this?
I don't know.
I think
Jeff Bagwell might have said, you don't know. Jeff Bagwell might have said, no way, we ain't getting Hader. He stinks.
Yeah.
Sure.
You don't know?
I don't know, but I
The
don't think
Oracle has spoken. Okay, the 5-man committee, the committee as it's called, with Reggie and Jim and Dana
fellowship.
and Jeff, Craig.
Fellowship of the Crane?
The fellowship,
Yeah, the Fellowship of the Crane.
the fellowship decided 5 years was appropriate. Okay,
Well, that is a lot. It just seems like at this present time, 5 years of this is just not that attractive.
So this is, to Lance's point, this is a third, of course, baseball. We understand baseball people. Early, we get it.
Yeah.
To Lance's point, this is a third straight big money deal where we're like, ooh, how many more years of this?
Yeah. No.
well, one over 10 million. Yeah,
Yeah,
Montero,
as far as big deals.
Montero
yeah,
was 30.
big over 10 million for the
Montero
Astros.
was
is big.
34, and Brady was 58 and a half, and Hader's 95. Wow.
Yuck.
Yeah, I mean, it just is. No, Montero's looking better. He's looking better.
After last year's disastrous
Yeah.
season.
No. But he is actually absolutely. I mean, listen, you'll take what you can get, and Josh Hader is going to be a little bit better next year
You'll
too.
take what you can get isn't what you want from a contract.
That's what do you want?
You'll take what you get.
You take and like it, and that's
Yeah.
it. And if Josh Hader improves,
This is good enough.
if Josh Hader can improve
Josh
his
Hader
ERA,
will be better.
if he can improve his ERA to 7 next year, you're going to be
He's
happy.
got to get into the 2s.
Okay.
Sorry. Josh Hader's going to be much better this year. It's just frustrating right now. Yeah, it's just frustrating right
Okay.
now.
All right.
At any point this year, does Espada have to take this role away from him and give it to someone else?
It's possible.
Do you think it happens?
Well, yeah. How many? He hasn't had many close opportunities.
Well, the team hasn't been great, but do we take away this is our guy in the 9th role?
Well, that's
from him?
exactly what I'm saying.
I
though.
don't think so.
That's
Actually,
exactly
you know
what I'm
what?
saying is that he doesn't go out there and do. He hasn't had opportunities to actually do his job. Like save a game, because they just haven't had wins.
No, when it comes down to are you going to if both players are healthy and both players are rested, they both have 4 days off of rest, and it's Hader versus Presley, I don't think there'll ever be a time they choose Presley over Hader. I mean, unless it's righty. I mean, I guess they could righty, but I really think they'll make sure that Presley's the closer. He's got a paycheck. They have to do some CYA to some extent. He's got to be their closer. They paid for 5 years of this. He's got to be the closer, so he's got to get it together. So I don't think there'll ever be a time if they have to pull him out of the role of closer, where it is a known thing that Abreu or Presley are closing. Boy, are you in bad shape with Hader if they have to go to that. So I don't think that'll happen. Now, when it's a mishmash of relievers on a weekly basis, at any point you could just go to a guy, you could pull one off here or there where you don't go to Hader and you go to someone else, especially if you got 3 right-handers coming up in a row. It'd be understandable, but it's way too early to panic with Hader, but it's not too early to talk about how bad he's been so far. Those are two different things. It's not a panic, it's an observation. Man, I thought he was going to be better than this so far.
So,
Yeah.
John, you're leaning into what Musgrove said, that if he's not closing games, then he's not going to be a guy who can do other things, because that was what Musgrove's point was.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can't do anything other than just close a game. And that was the same with Presley. I mean, Presley had a lot of that same problem. Or if it was a 3-run lead, Ken Giles, forget about it. You put Ken Giles out there in a non-1-run game, his head would explode, or he'd punch himself in the face. I love that.
Why do we have to always have issues? Well, we don't always have issues with closers. I mean,
No.
we've had some.
Presley was great.
We had a lot of success in 2022.
Presley was great.
Yeah,
I mean,
not last year, but yeah,
No.
in general, he's been good.
The wave in the 8th of a 2-1 game is so nasty. No, Keith, I disagree. It's embarrassing. When they started doing the wave in the 8th inning are you kidding?
Were you at the game? Because I didn't know they were doing the wave on TV.
You can see it on TV. You can see it. But you're not. How about pay attention to a game?
I just watched.
You're missing a good game.
I was doing that, and I was. What else was I doing?
I knew him immediately, and I threw up a little bit. I did. I mean, it just is disgusting. What's wrong with you people? It's the wave. It's just, you're like 4 years old.
Why are you
First time I saw the wave, I was
again?
like, "Oh, that's cool," and it was like, "Man,
why are you letting the wave get in your head again?"
it's not in my
The
head."
wave lives in your head rent free.
No,
every time you see a wave,
2-1 game in the 8th inning. Boom, 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 boom.
Didn't matter. The wave wasn't going to matter. The Astros had. How about Jordan get a hit? Forget the wave. How about Jordan with the bases loaded come up with a clutch hit?
Yeah. How about Altuve came up with another? How about Altuve with another 3-hit game? I mean, the dude is the best player. There's an argument for Betts, Soto, and Altuve. And you could make the argument. There was a stat yesterday out there, over 162 games. Over 162, the last 162 games of baseball, Jose Altuve is the best player in baseball. Best player in baseball.
Yeah.
Better than Ohtani, better than all of them. Dude is just raking. He doesn't matter. He was on yesterday. That 10-pitch at bat in the 7th was it 7th or the 8th? The 7th. It was awesome, and got the knock up the middle on a tough.
He was spoiling pitches. That slider away. He spoiled.
Johnson's
that's when you know
away.
he's hitting well. When he's spoiling that Biggio slider, it's like, oh, he's not trying to pull it. He spoiled it. Like, damn, that's when Altuve's on it a little bit.
You know who appreciated Josh Hader's performance last night? Jeremy Pena. He's like, keep talking about that guy, because my throwing error. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. It was a throwing error. It wasn't a good throw. You got to come off the bag if you're a Brave.
Look, I'm not
get off the freaking bag.
I know you're a baseball guy.
It.
John's a baseball guy. I'm not a baseball guy, but that was my thought.
I'm a
come off
numbers
the
guy.
bag. Catchers will come off the plate when the throw's offline. Why doesn't he?
Number one, I thought he could have gloved. I think Yuli would have gloved it. But number two, if you think you can't, you're right. That's what you're taught. I played first base. You're taught come off the bag and stop it from going past, especially when there's runners on.
Particularly when if you don't get that ball, a run's going to score.
It turns into a run.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Abreu. What are we doing here?
Yeah, well, that's all fine and good. And, well, don't give up 1,000. Don't, like, bam, bam, bam. Right.
Although they didn't. No, they did score. That was the go-ahead run, yeah. That was the go-ahead run when Abreu didn't get off the bag and stop it. Like, that was the go-ahead run. You were never going to win after that because you couldn't score again.
You had plenty of opportunities,
and you did.
A couple of D-bags at the bottom of the section, 129, trying to start it during Jordan's at bat in the bottom of the 7th. You're trying to start the wave when you got a game situation. I mean, Astro fan, what is wrong with you? I don't see.
Those are your people.
I don't see.
Those are drunk people. Those are your people.
No, they're not
doing
drunk
that.
people. They're kids. They're kids.
Oh, well, kids do it.
Yeah.
Well, kids don't know any better.
Kids.
Mason tried to start a wave when we were there, and I said, sit down. You don't start the wave.
Kids and Art probably when he goes to the game.
I'm going tonight.
Or Jackie.
And I will not
Are you going to start the wave?
I will not be starting the wave.
Okay.
I will not be starting the wave.
You think Jackie starts the wave ever?
I don't think any grown people that we know start waves.
I'm not sure, but
I honestly don't know.
Anybody, if you start the wave, you're in your car right now and you start the wave, go Ken Giles on yourself. Punch yourself in the face.
You're asking them to two things that might start an accident. They're going to take their hands off the wheel and then punch themselves in the face.
You can drive with one hand and punch yourself with the other.
You start the wave with one hand or two?
No, you don't. No, if you start the wave at the ballpark,
okay,
punch yourself in the face.
I would ask not to listen to John.
Yeah.
He's just frustrated. Someone else who was frustrated by it, we'll hear it when we come back. Todd Callis wasn't thrilled. You know the season's wearing on Todd Callis when he's pointing out the wave in the 8th inning.
This early in the season.
Yeah.